now, and I'm live at A&W Restaurant on 2 Mile Flat. Discuss anything you want to discuss right now. Uh, the weather, and it's going to cool off a lot, and it's going to be like going down to -11 or maybe -17 even higher up in the mountains if you're towards Wells in that area. But I'm not the weatherman, so but just talk about anything in general. And this is right now, this is what the whole channel is called after. There's Highway 97. You can see Highway 97 North is right there. We're just waiting for some cars to drive by right now on Highway 97. There's a junction way over there. There's a junction. Oh, here you go. Lot. And guess they're expecting everybody kind of stays home more in all the cities, in all the cities. There's not as much traffic on the road as there is usually in the summertime when the weather is more favorable. It'll be a while though before the weather changes. So just have a look here a little while. And we'll just have a camera right here. Right over there, you can see a big trucks are coming in, and big trucks are coming in here. So it kind of doubles up. It kind of doubles up as a truck stop too, in a way. So it doubles up as a truck stop. So basically, this is it. It's Highway 97 North, and it's now almost the end of November. It's ending very soon. Getting colder all the time now. There's an Arctic Express coming from the north. Right now, we still have a what they call atmospheric river, but we didn't really get hit by it because we're in the interior of British Columbia. But we're right beside Highway 97 North. And gotta check my messages here now. Hello, everyone. That's the first one. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we're having a lot of messages coming in here right now. Christ is Lord of all. Yes, he definitely is. Leah Morris. And watching from Edmonton, Alberta. Wow, that's a long ways too. Yeah, it's a little bit colder up there in Edmonton, I suppose, probably. And hello, everybody, again. Enjoy your beautiful morning. It's almost lunchtime already. It's still morning. Oh, we'll just um the 51st state. Well, I was just discussing that with a friend. Already, Canadian National is owned by Belinda Gates, and TELUS is no longer British Columbia company. It's now owned by United States as well too. Just about everything here is owned already by the United States or foreign entities. So that's about it. But Canada is still an independent nation, as we know. Can everybody hear me out there really well? Just wondering about that right now. Should hold my camera a little bit more steady here. Up, nope. Oh, the airplane just came in, or just flew off. Yeah, the airport is right across. You can see it in the far distance. You can see the lights. And do I drive a truck? No, but I did go through some formal training for truck driving and that, and I end up being at a truck stop here a lot, which is kind of it's a truck stop here. the A&W here at Highway 97 is basically a truck stop, and where I spend a lot of my time. And I've been coming here since 1978, since I was about 17 years old. So it's a lot of memories here, including the drive-in and that. The drive-in is right behind me there. That's the old drive-in, and now it's called the drive-through. And that's it basically. I study the camera a little bit more. Here we are. The same year I was born. Yeah, well, the year I was born is 1962, so that's been a long time ago. So that reminds me of the 1960s. So I've lived the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000 something, 2010. So basically, I've lived quite a few decades already into this era. There we are. Hello, everyone again, and hi. Hi to everybody. What shall we talk about today? Oh, there's more trucks going by again here. Uh, a lot of trucks going by right now along Highway 97. And it's interesting about Highway 97 is a trucking company. That's interesting. And Highway 97 is actually the longest highway in North America, which a lot of people don't realize. It goes all the way from Dawson City, no, Watson Lake in the Yukon Territory. And then it goes all the way right through British Columbia to Osoyoos. It snakes itself all the way across, like kind of winding itself. And other roads have been added to it, but it's basically still Highway 97. And then it goes in the United States through Washington, Oregon, and all the way down to the California border. So that's a long ways that it goes actually. So that's why it's called Highway 97, my site. And I spend a lot of time along Highway 97. This is where I spend a lot of time at. And there's a lot of trucks coming here. You can see right here, there's a lot of trucks on the roads. Trucks on the road. A lot of trucks probably. Just as I'm saying that, there's way less trucks now. More trucks coming. Well, the trucks come and go, just come and go and forth, basically. And kind of got quiet on live here right now. Discuss anything you want to discuss about this runway in Alberta, I believe is TMS in Alberta. Okay, the longest runway. Well, we have a airport here, which is quite small, but the snowbirds have landed here. And we also have air shows on quite often. There'll be air shows on. But since the pandemic, we haven't had any more air shows here. But it's a pretty good airport. It's got a long runway, and I've flown with airplane quite often down to Vancouver. So it does have a run back and forth to Vancouver. It stops in Williams Lake. And there's more trucks going by here again, lots of them passing by each other. A lot of trucks driving by here on Highway 97. And the person who just told me about Highway 97 Trucking Company, I think that's quite interesting. There's a lot of things called after Highway 97. I should drink my coffee before it gets cold. This is A&W Preet coffee. Preet, they call it. Now, I researched it. It's actually from England. It's a UK company, and it's organic coffee, biology. biologic, it says. Well, it's more organic. I guess it's healthy. Everything is supposed to be more healthier for you at A&W. They have chickens that are not fed antibiotics or grass-fed beef and things like that. So and that's one of the reasons why I eat my burgers there because they seem to agree with me better than McDonald's because my stomach is quite sensitive. Yes, your sound is good. My sound is good. Thank you. Thank you, Crystal. Crystal, thank you. And there's Taj. Yes. Thank you, Taj. And Crystal. There's two people here on here right now. Hopefully there'll be more eventually again. My sound is good. That's nice to hear that my sound is good. And as you go on my channel, Highway 97 North, you'll also notice that there's quite a few barren area signs and things like that. And the reason being because we do have a large black bear population here, and they have a tendency to come inside the city and stay a little longer right into the winter because they can still get their food there from garbage cans. So some of these bears, they don't even want to hibernate really anymore. That's what happens with a lot of them. So so what we do then is we just wait until the bears go to sleep, if they ever do. Some of them just don't want to sleep, kind of like the people. Some people don't ever want to sleep either. They just want to stay awake all the time. And eventually they crash and they sleep anyways. That's how it happens, right? Cheers to that. I'm Highway 97 North and Pete. You can also call me Pete. Highway 97 North Pete. And because I'm not the highway itself, but the highway is just what life revolves around. Everybody has to travel on it every day here to get somewhere. So, and to get in British Columbia, to get anywhere, so you end up on Highway 97 one time or another. You always end up on Highway 97 when you're traveling through the province of British Columbia. And if you're down in the United States, you also travel on Highway 97 North a lot. Now there's many other highways, but to choose from. But Highway 97 was always the prime highway to travel on, basically. Sound is good. Hello, everyone. The longest runway in Alberta. And you say hi. And we're hoping for more fans to show up on this live. Anybody just happens to come across this live here, just say hello, wave your hand. Well, wave your little emoji, yellow little hand, because it's pretty hard for the other side to be able to do anything except for wave a little emoji now and then, a little emoji. So anybody out there, wave your little yellow emoji hi, and that's it. Crystal Dawn, Day Chief, and Taj 16. They're on right now, and they all said hi. Hello to everybody. Yes, and I'm also familiar with the Denny people in northern Alberta because I fished with all the elders there and in the Hay River many years ago, and so I'm basically familiar with that part of the country too in northern Alberta, and and I miss that part of the country too. I miss the people. Now I'm living in British Columbia, of course. More logging trucks just went by. There's a lot happening here when you look at the road. And I used to see my father watching the road, and I'd say, Dad, what are you doing? And he said, if I could get $1 off every person that's passing by on the road, he said, I'd be a rich man. And I said, Dad, I said, The government's already doing it. So forget about doing that because the government's already got that game on the go. They get you right when you're on your when as soon as you put gas in your vehicle, that's called a road tax. So the government already has that game. So and they're not going to give a dollar to a man that's standing on the side of the road. Maybe sometimes they will, but hardly ever. It's not going to happen. Although I've seen it happen in some countries like Indonesia, there'll be people standing there on the side of the road begging and they all like getting money. So and people are literally throwing money to them because it's a Muslim country and they believe that if they give something to the poor, that they will be blessed in return. So they give money to the people standing on the side of the road asking for money. But usually they don't have no legs or they're amputees or whatever in that country, and the government there doesn't help the amputees very much. So maybe they're kind of forced into doing that. But in this country, usually we don't have to do that. Usually not. We're blessed in so many different ways here, aren't we? Ever? Okay. The life carries on. I hope you're all out there enjoying this life, whoever's still out there. What football team do you support? Somebody, Pardo Ali asked me. Well, I live in British Columbia, so the Lions football team is basically one that I have known quite often. Yeah. And Crystal Day Dawn Chief, you asked about in the United States, isn't Highway 97 still called I-97? I believe it is. It's called I-97, more than likely. But it's pretty close to they call everything I down there. I remember went on the I-5, and that's a really busy highway too, all the way down to California. That's a really busy highway, Oregon. And well, I ended up almost to Oregon when I was 20 years old and threw a rod, or basically threw a rod right through my motor. Hello, hello everyone again. We also have Highway of Tears in Alberta. Not too sure why it's labeled that. Say for missing. Yeah, that's terrible, isn't it? All the Highway of Tears in British Columbia. That's a Yellowhead Highway. That would be the Yellowhead Highway, and these terrible things that are all happening on these highways. That's terrible. Yeah, I hope they catch all those terrible people that are doing these terrible things. They should all be held accountable. Maybe eventually it'll all come out. I hope so. And Highway 97 goes right into BC and most likely all across Canada. It doesn't go across Highway 97. Oh, that's a different highway again. The Highway of Tears. Yeah. Yeah, I think they did several documentaries on that, and it does go across a lot of the different provinces and so on. And I don't know how far it goes, but long ways. But in our little city of Quesnel here, they actually have a monument set up, and it has a teardrop on it. And it's just below a bridge where they set it up for all these missing women and so on. It's a teardrop. And I sometimes go to this little monument and just say a little prayer. It's terrible, all the things that have happened in this world, still happening. And we're we're still hoping for the day when Jesus will come and correct all the situation and they'll all be remembered. And and I don't see Fardo's alley here. The answer, what football team do you support? the Lions, the BC Lions, and I've met them a few times, the BC Lions. I used to deliver food to them down in Chilliwack and right to the expensive hotel they were staying in. And I used to deliver all their pizzas to them and Greek food and so on. So add a QA sticker, rudest talking animal. The rudest talking animal, what is that? Okay. Okay. Not really cold at all. No, it's not really cold at all here either, not yet. But it's supposed to be getting cold. And Ellie Morris, MAGA, and Ellie Morris also says the 51st state. They want Canada to become the 51st state. Well, maybe some people do. They'd like us to join up, but that's not up to us really. We don't have a say in it. Edmonton, Alberta, I think it's a pretty cool city too. It's about time that I make a trip there again to West Park Mall. It's been so long. I haven't been over there for 10 years now. That's a long time. It's a long time. Okay. Welcome to live chat. And Sarah Wari says, hello. Hello, Sarah Wari. Hello. This is one of my first lives ever. And I've had a few other ones, but this is the one I've had the most people on actually. So I appreciate everybody that's on right now. Saying hello to everybody. Yeah. Crystal, Don Chief, same thing in Canada. Our National Defense hardly supports its own members and veterans, retired or not. Sad to see vets homeless and on the streets. Yeah, we do get that too. I've talked to a homeless vet here on the street, and it is happening in Canada just as much as in the United States. And there's a lot of things that are definitely have to be set straight and have to change. They have a film called The 51st State. I've never watched that film before, but I'd sure like to see it. And I'm gonna have to Google it. I don't know if it's available on YouTube or where it's available, but I definitely would be interested in watching a film like that. So yeah, they also had one about Civil War in the United States. They had one like that on. That was talking about it, but it's not happening. But there's a lot of movies out there that are depicting all kinds of things that could possibly happen, and uh, and so on. I've always told people for years already, for over 20 years, that titles are like a layered cake, and an original title, an indigenous title, is at the bottom of the layer of cake, and eventually we'll get to that bottom of the layer of cake. And this is happening now in British Columbia. So it's like a layered cake. And then there's the crown, of course, that came in later, and so on and so on. So we're basically at that stage in our history right now. And it's everything is changing in this world. And Ellie Morris says Christ is Lord of all. Yes, Jesus is Yeshua. Uh, that means not cold at all. My sound is fine. What does it mean, this Rousey or Canada having its own playbook? What is a playbook? I mean, what does it mean to have your own playbook? I don't quite understand that, but hello everyone again. But definitely it seems like everything is controlled more and more. See those lamps that are right behind me? That lamp? That's 1950s. That's a really old antique lamp. Because this A&W restaurant here was started in the 1950s. You can probably hear the music in the background too, kind of in the background. It's playing a little bit. And if you turn me around here, that's the inside of the restaurant right there. See, you can see the whole inside of the restaurant as to what it looks like right now. So this is it basically. That's the inside of the A&W. And then behind me, oh yeah, there's a lot of vehicles there. Looks like the bread truck just came in and so on. The bread truck just came in. And that's what it looks like inside. Once more again. Hello everyone again. Yeah, well, we're going to the top here right now. Watching from Edmonton, Alberta. That's a pretty cool city, I think. The northern city in the prairie. But it's a pretty cool city. Has its own set of problems too, but then which city doesn't have its own set of problems? And even small cities too. Doesn't matter where you are. Crystal Lynn Don Day Chief. It's a good name, definitely. So I'm just waiting right now, just waiting for more people to come in or more messages coming in from Crystal Day Don Day Chief or some other ones. I'm just waiting for some more messages to come in right now. In the meantime, cheers. I'm having another coffee. Coffee's already warm, but they're not going to warm it up for me, so they don't do that. So I'll just have to drink it the way it is. So cheers with the coffee at the A&W restaurant on Highway 97 North. Some people, what they do is they have sing songs on their channel just to entertain people. And who knows, maybe I'll do that someday too. I'll have karaoke or something. I'll have a karaoke machine and I'll sing along with it. I might do that one of these days. So and maybe I'll have to have a regular schedule for my lives too, so that people will tune in. Maybe this time would be a good time, right around noon. I think noon's a good time to tune in for any more messages coming. What have I got here now? Hello everyone. Hello everyone. And hello again, Taj16. And welcome to live chat and say a few words more. You're welcome. Oh, here's a truck just leaving here now. So here we are. There's more trucks on the highway. This truck's just leaving too right now. I think I must be long enough here. How are you doing, Gretchen?
I'm all right.
That's good. Your dad's still here for a few more minutes.
Yeah, he's still here.
So I will try to make my life now every day at noon. I think that's a good time. And that's noon at Pacific time. So imagine Alberta time, that would be about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a good time for everybody. Good time for everybody in British Columbia or here or might be anywhere all throughout the world. So now, since I've already been how many minutes now? I've been over half an hour on this live, and thank you very much for the people who showed up. Thank you very much, Crystal, Lynn, Don, Day Chief. Appreciated your input. And Taj 16 and for Delphi Ali, what football team do you support? And Crystal, Lynn, Don, Day Chief, you are my top fan today. Thank you very much. And now I will close this live for now. It's been now 35 minutes and I got some other things to do now today. I will carry on now. And also Sarah Wara. Thank you, and hello to an Ellie Morris. Thank you as well too yet. And everybody else who's been on here. Thank you very much for coming to this live today, and we'll see you hopefully noon tomorrow again. I'm trying to make this a habit now to be on here at noon. Have a good day. Cheerio. Carry on. I'm just gonna click the button here. Top fan. Okay. It says here Taj is a top fan right here. The most, didn't say very much. So Taj 16. Crystal Lindon, number Ellie Morris, Sarah Wara, Berdelsi Ali. And well, you're all top fans as far as I'm concerned. But according to the YouTube algorithm, it goes according to how many times you're actually posting. So thank you very much for everybody showing up. And I'll see you all again another day. Thank you very much for showing up. We'll see you all and have a good day. Bye bye. And this is the highway 97 north. I will end it with that now. Highway 97 north. There we go. Cheerio and cheers and